Guys, good to see you again. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
So obviously for Mark, Marwen is a very cathartic experience. He deals with trauma by dealing with this sort of version of his own art. You guys have been a part of so many amazing projects. Which one was the most cathartic for you? Which one did the most for you emotionally?
Boy, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I mean, I think they all do in a different way. I think but it's obviously something that is deeply subconscious. I don't know why I pick certain projects to do. I think that's what sort of film scholars will have to do long after I'm gone is sort of track my life through my projects. But I guess to be perfectly honest, there must be something that I'm trying to work out and something that's on my mind. That's why I'm attracted to the material.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Carell, is there anything in particular that stands out?
As being cathartic, Anchorman got me through a lot of really inner turmoil.
Because you do, in fact, love Lamp.
Yeah, well, I needed to express that finally in a cinematic way, and I was able to do so in that movie.
I remember sitting in the theater thinking, I know that man now.
Well, yeah.
I see it in his eyes.
I think it spoke to a lot of people.
It did.
Because a lot of people love Lamp.
Yeah. To your point, though, it's interesting because I feel like, what's going on in Mark's life is very reflective of what's going on in Marwen. Sort of one reflects the other. If you look at your filmography, if you step back and pull up IMDb and see everything you've done, can you trace almost your own personal life by going, oh, I remember this was going on. I remember my kids were born around this time. I remember I got married around this time. Can you see your own life in your own filmography?
Yeah, you can. I mean, certainly for a director, I don't know what it's like to be an actor, but for a director, because making a movie is such a powerful and big experience. When you make them, because they're just so hard. That you do use them as sort of just like your milestones for just like your kid's birth. You birth a movie, so it's a milestone in your life, and you kind of say, oh yeah, that's where I was in my life at that point.
So you're a better person than me, because if I were you, I would name my kid and be like, you are Forrest Gump, and
yeah.
you are Back to the Future
No,
Zemeckis.
he wouldn't. Yeah, that would be tough to do that to your kids.
I would imagine so. Mr. Carell, obviously for Mark, he looks at this action figure as the person that he wants to be. It's everything that he's not. He's strong, he's charming, he's brave. If you were to model an action figure based on everything that you would like to be, what are some aspects of yourself that you would maybe crank up to 11?
There isn't anything that needs to be cranked up.
I don't think so either. I was wondering if you knew that about yourself.
Walking action figure, really. I mean, I am the most perfect version of myself.
Have you seen the Steve Carell is hot memes that have been floating around the internet?
I just think, no, but that I really think that whole thing is said ironically. I feel like people are kind of making a joke of that.
I don't think so, man.
Well.
When you get who does sexiest man alive, you'll think back to this interview and go, Jake was right.
Oh, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Next year.
Give the people what they want.
Next year, people.
Mr. Zemeckis, for people that are a fan of your work, there's a great treat for them in which there's a little bit of a flashback to Back to the Future in there, which I squealed internally whenever I saw that. Right. Whenever you decided to put that in, what made you do that? And whenever you were putting that sequence together, was there ever a part of you that thought like, I remember how to do this?
Yeah, pretty much. But I thought that's what, the thing you're referring to is a certain aspect of what happens in the movie when Mark is given an order to create a device. And I thought, well, what would this look like? And what would he think it looked like? And I thought that there's only one way that you could present it. And I will say that that's as close to Back to the Future 4 as anyone's going to get.
As a fan of Back to the Future, I am perfectly okay with that. As a fan of what is, I think, a perfect trilogy, right. I'm totally okay. So I have to be honest with you guys. You have been responsible for some of my ugliest cries in my life, sitting in a theater watching Last Flag Flying, watching Forrest Gump, watching Castaway, watching the Goodbye Michael episode of The Office. Just truly, not even a cute single tear, like an ugly gagging cry. If you were to sit down and watch your work, which one has the best chance at making you maybe get a little welled up?
Maybe some, but for the wrong reasons. Boy. I don't tend to watch my own stuff that often. I don't know what would move.
Well, listen, I think, I get choked up watching Welcome to Marwen. I think it's an incredibly powerful story. I think Steve's performance is incredibly emotional and spot on and magnificently moving.
Yeah, you guys do amazing stuff. I'm telling you, it's not even. It's not. I wish it were like a cute, like could just wipe it away.
Could we see just a little bit of the ugly cry face? That's.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to do that too.
Yeah. And every time I see you guys, I always tell you that I have a very comfortable fold-out couch if you ever come to Chicago. You're in Chicago, and my phone didn't ring.
Yeah. Well.
Should I take that personally?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's because
It's a reflection on our feelings for you.
In my ugly cry face, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, an honor. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Really,
Appreciate it.
congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you
Thank
guys.
you.